Trace.
You like that? Roselle Park Board of Education regular public meeting agenda, April 30th, 2024. This meeting is an open session of the Roselle Park Board of Education being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey. Notice of this meeting was sent to the Star Ledger, Local Source, the Home News Tribune, the Borough Clerk, school offices, and the district website. Roll call, please.
President Paul Biamonte.
Here.
Vice President Constance Quintella.
Here.
Susan Carlstrom.
Here.
Lauren Harms.
Here.
Dr. Brittany Kirkland. Cindy Mago.
Here.
Jennifer McCarr.
Here.
Chris Monroe. Michael Ann Regan.
Here.
Chris is here.
Got it.
Please stand for flag salute. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let it be resolved that the Roselle Park Board of Education meeting hereby convenes to executive session for discussion of the following subjects: personnel matters, attorney-client privilege. It is anticipated that the executive session will take approximately 60 minutes. The board may take action during public session. The board shall return to public session following the executive session at approximately 7 p.m. The minutes of the executive session shall be released to the public when the reason for the executive session no longer exists. Can I have a motion to go into executive session?
Make that motion.
Have a second? All in favor? We're just waiting for Mrs. Carlson. Can I have a motion to return to public session?
Motion.
You have a second?
Second.
All in favor? I just want to start off by apologizing for our 52-minute or so delay. We had quite a few topics to go over, and we got a little hung up on a few items, but thank you for your patience. We're going to roll into the public participation for agenda items only. Each member of the public may speak a maximum of 3 minutes. Please state your first name and last name for the record.
I wanted to thank Superintendent Goyce and Mrs. Maurer for getting back to me regarding my budget questions. I've said this before, but wanted to reiterate how much I appreciate your responsiveness. It is a complete 180 from previous years. Apologies that I did not ask this question ahead of time. Agenda item 1, will the proposed policies be made available to the public prior to the second reading? Agenda item 28, I know the administration is committed to making the budgeting process more transparent in the future and providing community members with an opportunity to make actionable comments. Obviously, with the detailed budget being posted at the end of last week and adopted tonight, there's no time to make changes in response to comments made during this public hearing. I actually don't have any comments to make on the budget. As I mentioned, all the questions that I submitted via the form or email have been answered. I'm pleased with the changes to the special education budget and what those changes represent. I'm sure you're asking yourself, why are you still talking? It's because it's not about me and my request, but it's about all the taxpayers in Roselle Park. We tell our students that learning is a lifelong process, that they should always strive to be the best versions of themselves, and that they should not compare themselves to others. When I get up here and reference what other districts do, it's only as an example of what can be done, what is possible. We would never tell our kids, stick with what you're doing, it's working just fine. We would tell them to improve, to do their best, to go above and beyond. That is all I'm ever doing up here. I just want Roselle Park to be the best district it can be. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to close the public participation. Committee reports.
Yes, Mr. President, the facilities meeting met last Tuesday. We talked about hiring a firm to come in and take a look at redistricting our district. And then along with that is to look into any areas where we might, again, put additions, because we're running out of room, okay? And we're trying to look for the preschool. Everybody knows that next year, starting in September, they're gonna be going to Cranford. So we're trying. There's no buildings in town, so we're looking for somebody to come in and give us some ideas. To the final end of that, what we talked about was to see what the feasibility would be of putting in a whole new school, pre-K all the way to 8th grade. It's something that we have to look at. This district is not going to keep on going. There's no, again, we put additions on before, we're running out of room. And it's not because of all these apartments, it's just that we have the special pre-K coming in, because we want our children to start off early. So we're just looking into it. So we talked about that. We also talked about, the last meeting I brought up about these outside firms coming in and our taxpayers' dollars go into using products to line fields and that sort. So we're looking into that. Basically, what I've come out and found out that it's more of the inside classrooms and mics and stuff of that sort that we're not charging for, and we should be. This is our equipment that we pay for. If it gets broken, nobody seems to want to pay for it. So again, we're looking into that and seeing what we can come up with. We've got a couple other districts that we have their cost chart of what they charge for certain things. So we're going to look into it because we're not here to spend taxpayers' dollars on other organizations coming into town and using our equipment in our fields. So, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I have a report.
The Special Education Committee met on April 18th. We discussed compensatory speech sessions for those students who missed their speech sessions during the month where there was no speech therapist at the middle school. Compensatory sessions are sessions that are made up due to lack of services provided as per the student's IEP. So when the student doesn't get services, we need to make up those sessions that were missed. We also discussed extended school year and working on an NJCIE grant for Sherman School for next year. That's it for my committee report. Thank you.
President, I have one more.
Go ahead.
The Technology Committee met on April 19th and discussed improvements to be made to the district's webpage and Instagram accounts. iPads will be available for staff members so they can upload quality photos when making posts. The committee also discussed exploring the possibility to have a Bloom's announcement section on our website. This would be a catch-all for the past announcements as a form of reference for all. The new Roselle Park Preschool building is fully operational with all the necessary technology and devices, and the tech department is preparing for the summer workload and are hiring their summer interns at this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I have an update on the Board Operations Committee. We have adopted or are adopting the Safe Routes policy, and hopefully this will give the Sherman PTA the significant grant that they were looking for. Thank you.
Okay, curriculum, there's going to be on voting for adoption tonight for leadership in the community, which is a program to help students learn about their community and how to access and be successful and work together. They'll explore different professions in our community, and I know Mr. Salvo and everyone was really excited about this program, so we're excited to start it.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, we'll go into the superintendent's report.
Good evening.
Good evening. As I give just some brief announcements before Ms. Q provides her HIB report as required by the state, I just wanted to say to the school district staff, students, and board and community members, good evening. There are some key updates and achievements in our Roselle Park School District for the month of April. There's too many to mention as great things happen all the time. I will be more detailed in my newsletter, so please look for that starting tomorrow. Student success. Our students continue to excel both academically and extracurricular activities. We celebrated achievements in academics, sports, arts, and community service across all our schools. At the middle school community, who celebrated Autism Acceptance Month during April with Spirit Days, daily autism facts announced by students, and weekly videos. With the start of Marking Period 4, they continue their inclusive cycles with the leadership in the community course, during which the staff and students continue to promote and participate in inclusive activities. The middle school also was awarded the Union County Kids Dig-In Grant for the second year. The grant will allow them to enhance the garden that was started last school year. They also recognized 8th grade Yasmira Sofo, who was awarded 3rd place in the Union County Law Day competition for poetry spoken word. Additionally, our media specialist Ms. Lemke added to the middle school media center through a Donors Choose project that she prepared and was funded by her donors. She was able to add different activities to the media center for students to use during recess. During April, there was also a vaping presentation for students from Prevention Links, as well as the Roselle Park Middle School Talent Show. Finally, the middle school TSA students competed on April 17th and did an amazing job, placing and receiving awards in 7 different competitions. We're very proud of the entire team, as well as Ms. Hickman and Ms. Sotomayor, their advisors. Also, if you do not know, our Roselle Park students, high school students, had a strong technology competition this Saturday. The group consisted of 81 students that participated in 0 period daily. At the start of the year, the students pick a variety of projects of interest and are assigned to an advisor. Over the course of the school year, students worked individually and groups towards the completion of their projects. Last Saturday, 77 students and their teachers loaded the bus and went to the College of New Jersey to compete at the statewide competition. This year, there were over 65 New Jersey schools present and over 1,700 students. Our students took first in the following competitions: first in architectural design, first in drone challenge, first in flight endurance, first in VEX robotics. We also took third in technology problem solving and virtual reality visualization. Roselle Park students also competed in many other types of challenges and events, including fashion design, music production, children's stories, engineering design, structural design, forensics, and more. I also would like to share that the New Jersey school rankings have been released, and I am proud to say that Roselle Park High School ranked above both Clark and Kenilworth. For our staff, our dedicated teachers and staff members received recognition for their hard work and commitment to our students' success. Their efforts contribute significantly to the positive learning environment in our schools. This year's recipients of the Governor Teachers of the Year Award will be honored with the breakfast at King University on May 28th. We are actively working on aligning our curriculum with the new state standards and incorporating innovative teaching methods to enhance student engagement and learning outcomes. Progress has been made in integrating technology into our classrooms, which includes providing access to digital resources and training. Facilities team has been diligent in maintaining safe and functional learning environments for our students and staff. We value the partnerships with our parents, guardians, and community members, and we have been actively engaging with stakeholders through various channels to ensure transparent communication and collaboration. Though there's always room for improvement, and we always welcome your feedback. Upcoming events, we look forward to upcoming events including academic competitions, performances, and parent involvement activities. These events play a crucial role in enriching the educational experience of our students. Therefore, I strongly encourage you all to check our district's as well as your child's school's websites for the upcoming calendar events, especially with 34 days left in the school year. As always, I thank you all for your ongoing support as we continue to work together to provide the best possible education for the students of Roselle Park School District. Thank you. Ms. Q?
Good evening, Board President Baimonte, Vice President Quintella, Board members Ms. Carlstrom, Mr. Harms, Ms. Mago, Ms. Kirkland, Ms. McCart, Mr. Monroe, Ms. Regan, Superintendent Goyce, and Roselle Park community members. As per the New Jersey Department of Education, schools are required to submit student safety information twice each school year to the NJDOE. Additionally, as the anti-bullying coordinator for the district, it is my responsibility to specifically report harassment, intimidation, and bullying data to the Board of Education. This report tonight is for the reporting period of September 1st through December 31st of 2023. Each school in the district has their own anti-bullying specialist who, along with their principals, address harassment, intimidation, and bullying concerns in their buildings and conduct investigations as required. The anti-bullying specialists for the reporting period were Andrea Casadoy at the high school, Chelsea Murphy and Delisa Jackson at the middle school, Dina Miwad at Robert Gordon, Hannah Ashton at Aldine School, and Jamie Halpern at Sherman School. For this reporting period, as you can see in the presentation up front, for this reporting period of September 1st through December 31st of 2023, there were a total of 7 investigations initiated as possible cases of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. After thorough investigations, it was determined that 4 out of the 7 cases met the criteria as set forth by the New Jersey Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights. In order to be confirmed, cases must meet all of the criteria in the Bill of Rights. At the high school, there was 1 confirmed and 1 alleged case. At the middle school, there were 3 confirmed and 1 alleged case. Robert Gordon, there were 0 cases. Sherman, there were 0 cases. And at Aldine School, there was 1 alleged case. Additionally, during this reporting period, preliminary determination was used in 1 case at the high school. Consequences are applied on a case-by-case basis. Consequences for a student who commits 1 or more acts of harassment, intimidation, and bullying may range from positive behavioral interventions up to and including suspension or expulsion. Also, consequences for a student who commits an act of harassment, intimidation, and bullying are those that are varied and graded according to the nature of the behavior, the nature of the student's disability, if any, and to the extent relevant, the developmental age of the student, and the student's history of problem behaviors or performance. Remedial measures are also part of consequences that can be applied. Our goal is to always use situations as learning experiences, so counseling for the offender and sometimes the victim is required. Additional consequences may include, but are not limited to, parent conferences, education on the district harassment, intimidation, and bullying policy, schedule changes, detention, in or out of school suspension, student monitoring by a staff member, and or police involvement as warranted. During this same period, we also had the following programs or training sessions that were held at each school. The slide represents a few of the trainings and programs. I will review all of them in totality. At the high school, they had the Kids Spreading Kindness presentation presented by the Union County Prosecutor's Office. Let's Get Real film and discussion. District staff was trained on HIV. Student prevention lessons took place. The Peyton Hart Project, Community Tree, Week of Respect, and the Stall Ledger continued, which is a monthly newsletter in stalls with harassment, intimidation, and bullying and suicide prevention information. At the middle school, we also had the Kids Spreading Kindness Assembly presented by the Union County Prosecutor's Office. District staff was trained on our HIV policy. Behavioral threat assessment team training. Advisory program continued this year. World Kindness Day. The Beautiful Tomorrow Assembly was presented. Red Ribbon Week. School Violence Awareness Week. Week of Respect, as well as homeroom games to promote sportsmanship amongst our students took place. At Robert Gordon, they had the Behavioral Threat Assessment training, the CAP program, Youth Mental Health First Aid training, Columbia Suicide Prevention training, HIV policy training, No Name Calling Week, Kindness Week, Random Acts of Kindness Week, World Kindness Day, the Beautiful Tomorrow Assembly, Week of Respect, Childhood Cancer Awareness, Safety Assembly, Start with Hello Week, Hispanic Heritage Month activities, and Abracabully, an anti-bullying assembly, National School Counseling Week, activities to promote self-regulation, positive affirmations, and peer relationships. At Aldine School, they had the Behavioral Threat Assessment Team training, District HIV training, the CAP program, Youth Mental Health First Aid training, Columbia Suicide Prevention training, World Kindness Day, Lessons on Respect, Week of Respect activities, Start with Hello Week, and Hispanic Heritage Month activities. At Sherman School, there was also Behavioral Threat Assessment training, District HIV training, the CAP program, Youth Mental Health First Aid training, HIV training for all 5th grade students, World Kindness Day, Social Skills lessons, Respect Week activities, Start with Hello Week activities, Safety Assembly, as well as Hispanic Heritage Month activities. The goal of our anti-bullying specialists, school safety teams, and principals is to continue to create schools with positive and accepting environments where all of our members of the school community feel safe and supported. We continuously look for ways to improve school culture across our schools and gather data to inform these decisions. We want to educate our students in developing positive relationships with their peers through kindness and empathy. At this time, please let me know if there's any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Testing. Oh, okay. 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 Good evening, President Baiamonte, Vice President Quintella, Superintendent Goyce, esteemed members of the board, and the Roselle Park community. It is with genuine enthusiasm I stand before you tonight to present the budget for your consideration. The budget, which has received approval from our county officials, represents a collaborative effort reflecting the preliminary projections I shared previously. I extend my gratitude to my colleagues, the board, and the community for their unwavering support and valued input during this process. So tonight we're going to talk about expenditures, revenues, programs and services, and tax levy information. Our expenditures. Special services is 13% of our expenditures, which encompasses special education instruction and related services. Regular programs, which represents 29% of our budget for co-curricular and athletics before and after school programs. Support services is 5% of our budget for attendance, health, guidance, media, instructional staff training. Tuition represents 6% of our budget for all out-of-district, including VOTEC and charter schools. Health benefits is 20% of our budget, which is for staff health benefits. Administration is 6% of expenditures for general administration, superintendent, business office, principals, and directors. Transportation is 2%, which represents busing in and out of district, all students. Operation and facilities is 20%, which is for custodial maintenance and utilities. And that's represented in this pie chart. This is a list of expenditures that is just in list form, a little different way to present the expenditures. Okay, and our revenues. Our local taxes is 24 million. What you see here as the percentage is the percent of change from last year to this year, and that is given to us by tax levy and debt services. State sources, which represents 23.8 million, comes from state aid, and that includes the pre-K state aid as well. Federal sources is 820,000. We reduce that each year by 15% until we know the actual numbers. In anticipation, we're hoping for more. Other would include interest income and semi, which represents 4.2 million, and the reserves is 3.8 million, and that's the amount withdrawn to fund facilities projects. And again, the same information, just in a chart form, if you prefer to look at it that way, just showing you the difference from year to year. So I talked about grants the last time. The first grants that we get is the ESEA grant, which includes all the titles: Title I, Title II, Title III, Title IV. We don't know what that amount will be for 24-25 year yet. Based on last year, we received 282,000. We're hoping for at least that much this year. And I'm happy to announce that since our last meeting, I spoke about the high impact tutoring grant, and that has now been approved. That was a projected, anticipated grant at the last meeting, so we did get the thumbs up, and we have that money coming in for next year. Teacher Climate and Culture Innovation Grant, that's 124,000. The NJDOA grant pending approval. We're still waiting on that one. The ESEA grant is the NJDOE grant, and that fluctuates annually somewhere between 3% and 8%. Another grant that wasn't brought to your attention at the last meeting was the Extraordinary Aid. We are submitting that by the end of May. Last year, based on last year, we received 527,000. And that really does take care of all the special ed needs. We're hoping for at least that much and perhaps even more. Once again, just to talk about how we're growing in the early childhood education, the full day preschool, we did take advantage of the expansion program, opening up 3 additional classrooms in April and adding 2 to 3 additional classrooms in September of '24 for a total of 13. Special education initiatives, I spoke of this last time, the N2Y unique curriculum, which is for inclusivity. The district nurse, which will help fill in some gaps and have someone on the bus for the students with needs when we bus them out of district. Community-based instruction is to assist students for life skills. NJCIE is to work on creating more inclusive environment, and we're looking for assistance in the elementary level as well. Speech therapists, we're providing self-guided professional development modules for them to help with their evaluations. Interventionist district is looking to add a reading specialist at the middle school to assist students that require assistance with word recognition, spelling, and decoding. Expansion of the special education evaluation test kits. We're adding additional kits to our library of kits. And translation services for people that we need to communicate to, families that are multicultural. Some of the curriculum initiatives, we have a new Atlas program we're implementing for next year. It's a curriculum management. It helps to not only write curriculum, but with lesson planning as well. And as we've done before, improving math and language arts in our grades 9 through 12. Update revision to report cards. That's something that we're looking into for next year for the elementary. And developed intervention resources through the multi-tiered system of supports, intervention INRS services. Updates always to the K through 12 math and ELA programs. Updates to the K2 foundational literacy program, phonics and DIBELS, 8th edition. Restructure the K through 5 world language, computer science, and STEM programs. And these are programs, the summer programs, the ESL, extended year, all that we've had in the previous years. We are keeping with those programs for years coming up. Support services, as always, we have our student counselors, related services, social workers, instructional coaches will continue, college and career readiness, crisis center, character education, social emotional, multi-tiered system of support, intervention, and referral services. Capital projects that we're looking to complete in the years 24 to 25 is the roof for Robert Gordon. Hoping to begin that for the summer while the school is empty. The HVAC for Sherman School, unit ventilator as well for Aldine. Electrical HVAC for Aldine, and electrical HVAC for Sherman. These are being funded by the ROD grants, which we are in the process of submitting all the final paperwork on. And hopefully we'll be starting this in this summer. Part of the project, if we don't complete this summer, we'll complete next year. The local tax levy, again, this shows the differences from year to year, the increase from the year 2021 to current, and it just shows that the increments of how that has increased throughout the years. The 1.87 represents the 2% minus the debt service that we have to fund. The impact that it has on a taxpayer, as I spoke about this the last time, the average assessed value in Roselle Park of homes is $253,000. Based on that assessed value, the increase in the tax dollar would be $111 per year. And as always, we stand strong with professional development through various different forms, and always seeking out new ways with new grants that we are anticipating and will be applying for throughout the coming year. I will have this posted on the website for anyone that wants to take a look at it a little bit further and more in depth, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Mauer.
Okay, we're going to roll into the agenda items. Under policy, agenda item 1 and addendum item 1. Addenda item 1 is policy first reading, and the addendum item 1 is district policy safe ways to schools exhibit A. Can I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion?
Can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, can I have a roll call?
Vice President Constance Quintella.
Yes.
Susan Carlstrom.
Yes.
Lauren Harms.
Yes.
Mago.
Yes.
Jennifer McCarr.
Yes.
Chris Monroe.
Yes.
President Paul Baiamonte.
Yes.
Michael Lanregan.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Motion passed.
Under personnel, agenda items 2 through 12. Number 2, staff appointments. Number 3, change of assignments. Number 4, medical leave of absence request extension. Number 5, maternity leave of absence. Number 6, maternity leave of absence revised. Number 7, staff resignation. Number 8, district substitutes. Number 9, additional steam tank. Number 10, curriculum writing. Number 11, additional class. Number 12, job descriptions. Can I have a motion to approve the personnel section?
Motion.
Have a second?
Second?
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Vice President Constance Quintella.
Yes.
Susan Carlstrom.
Yes.
Lauren Harms.
Yes.
Cindy Mago.
Yes.
Jennifer McCarr.
Yes.
Chris Monroe.
Yes.
Michael Lanregan.
Yes.
President Paul Baiamonte.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Under education, agenda items 13 through 22. Number 13, intern affiliation agreement. Number 14, harassment, intimidation, bullying incidents. Number 15, curriculum approvals. 16, bilingual program waivers 2023-2024. 17, professional service contract. 18, district contract for 2024-2025. 19, educational programs. 20, field trip requests. 21, New Jersey School Climate Platform. 22, conference attendance requests. Can I have a motion to approve the educational section?
Motion?
Have a second, please? Okay.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Vice President Constance Quintella.
Yes.
Susan Carlstrom.
Yes.
Lauren Harms.
Yes.
Cindy Mago.
Yes.
Jennifer McCarr.
Yes.
Chris Monroe.
Yes.
Michael Lanregan.
Yes.
President Paul Baiamonte.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Business, agenda items 23 through 33 in addendum 1 and 3. Monthly, number 23, monthly certification. 24, approval of bills. 25, secretary treasury report. 26, approval of minutes. 27, district medical service agreement. 28, Adoption of 2024-2025 final budget approval. $29, use of buildings and grounds. $30, auction of equipment and supplies. $31, removal of van disposal. $32, safety grant application. $33, allocation of funds for ROD grant project. And the two addendum items under business. Number 2, award of professional service contract for appraisal services. And number 3, use of buildings and grounds. And approval of bills. Can I have a motion to approve the business section? You have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Vice President Constance Quintella.
Yes, with abstention to 29D, G, and H.
Susan Carlstrom.
Yes.
Lauren Harms.
Yes.
Cindy Mago.
Yes, but I need to abstain from 29D, E, F, G, H, and the second H, which I'm guessing is I. Other than that, yes.
Jennifer McCarr.
Yes, with an abstention from 28.
Chris Monroe.
Yes.
Michael Ann Regan.
Yes.
President Paul Baimonte.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, is there any continuing business? Hearing none? I'm sorry. Is there any new business?
You go?
You can go.
Okay. First off, I wanted to say that this Saturday is the Aldine PTO's Tricky Tray, and tickets are almost sold out. So if you have any questions or you need to get the tickets, make sure you go to Cindy and Constance today or anytime this week. For the UCSBA, the next Union County School Board Association meeting will be held on May 8th. We encourage all board members to attend as we will be honoring Kristen, Hickman from Roselle Park Middle School as the 23-24 County Teacher of the Year, and our own Lauren Harms for his 15 years plus of service, and Michael Ann Reagan, who will also receive a new board member certification due to her continued efforts to attend and be as involved in the county meetings. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, for middle school PTA update. Tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. is the middle school PTA meeting, their regular meeting. They also have, at the middle school, is the spring concert on May 22nd. Next week is Teacher Appreciation Week, May 6th through the 10th. The PTA is looking for donations. They're looking for volunteers as well. If you'd like to make a donation and can do a cash donation, their Venmo is RPMS-PTA. Again, their Venmo is RPMS-PTA. They're looking for monetary donations, but if you can give something, Frank is here today, and today's the last day to give if you wanted to. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Robert Gordon will be having their plant and flower sale on May 9th, also the 10th, I heard. Okay, and the kids can shop during school or after. They will also be having their spring concert on May 20th, and their book fair, which is buy one, get one free, on May 29th through 29th and 30th. And the next Robert Gordon PTA meeting will be in May 16th in the Robert Gordon cafeteria.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes. CPAG met virtually on April 18th, 2024. There was the Division of Developmental Disabilities, DDD Services, presentation by Ms. Durant Turner. She discussed how to prepare for transition, what to expect from their service system, and the 4 steps to accessing DDD supports. The next CPAG meeting will be held May 16th at 6:30 p.m. Sherman School. First, I want to say congratulations to Sherman School, who was recognized by the New Jersey PTA for their family engagement. Sherman PTA met yesterday, May 29th, and held their nominations for officers for next year. May 21st is the Sherman Spring Concert, which will be held at the middle school. The Spring Flint Dance will be on Thursday, May 23rd from 3 to 5 p.m. Students can invite an MVP of their choosing. The Sherman PTA is organizing events for Teacher Appreciation Week, which is from Monday, May 6th to Friday, May 12th. They are looking for volunteers to sign up and help out with the activities they have planned for our teachers that week. The PTA is also accepting donations. The students of Roselle Park School District teamed up with the world-famous Harlem Wizards to help raise funds for the Roselle Park School District with their new WizFit Challenge fundraiser. And the Kids Experience, this took place from 4:15 to 4:29, and on 6/3, so June 3rd, at Roselle Park High School, the party continues with the Harlem Wizards versus the Teachers. The game begins at 7 p.m., and the doors will open at 6 p.m. Be sure to purchase your tickets for the game in advance. And I also have liaison reports from Brittany. So, NJSBA. As we near the end of the year, the NJSBA released evaluation tools for boards of education to use to conduct superintendent evaluations and encourage boards of education to conduct self-evaluations as a prerequisite. Dr. Kirkland will be sending out the link to each board member for reference. Additionally, the next NJSBA meeting is this Friday, May 3rd. The meetings are held in hybrid format, in person at the state office in Trenton and virtually over Zoom. These meetings are open to the public as well. If you are interested in attending, please contact Dr. Kirkland at bkirkland@rpsd.org. And the high school PTSA. The high school PTSA met on Monday, April 22nd, and the main topic of discussion was project graduation. Please support the high school's PTSA fundraising efforts by attending the following events. Lawn signs for graduating seniors. The deadline to submit is tomorrow, May 1st. Pretzel sales on May 10th. Mr. Roselle Park on May 15th. The PTSA is currently looking for a host. If you would like to volunteer to host this event, please reach out to Lucy Figueredo at 908-377-9941. I'm done.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, hi everyone. I just wanted to take a quick moment to recognize a few high school students, all 12th graders who have been awarded in the past month of April. Our 2024 Scholar Athletes, Tyler Signorello and Hannah Julius, our Rotary Student of the Month, Pablo Chico, and our Volunteer Student of the Year, Anna Muchacon, who was awarded by the Union County Board of County Commissioners. Thank you.
Thank you. Is that everyone? Anyone else? Okay, public participation. Each member of the public may speak a maximum of 3 minutes. Please state your first name and last name for the record.
Katie McDermott, Roselle Park. As Michael Ann mentioned, the next Special Education Parent Advisory Group meeting is on Thursday, May 16th. It will be a presentation on bullying by an attorney from Hinkle, Pryor, and Fisher. While geared towards the parents of students with disabilities, everyone is welcome. Here's a brief description of the presentation. The focus on anti-bullying in school has revealed the extent to which students with disabilities, particularly those with social disabilities, are victims of bullying. While new anti-bullying laws often offer important protections, these laws can also be misapplied in some cases. In this program, Regulations surrounding bullying will be discussed, as well as considerations for when the student with disabilities is accused of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. Meeting information will be posted on the CPAG Facebook page, as well as the PTA, PTO, PTSA Facebook pages. Pre-registration is required. You can also reach out to me or other CPAG leaders if you have any questions. Thank you.
Frank Agdardo. Thank you, Jen, for letting everybody know about the middle school Teacher Appreciation Week. I just wanted to say for also the high school's Teacher Appreciation Week is the same week as the middle school, and reach out to any of your board members PTA members to find out when your Teacher Appreciation Weeks are. The teachers are very important, staff is very important. If you can help out in any way, that is greatly appreciated through the middle school, all the elementary schools. It's just very appreciated to help them out. They do a lot for us, and it'd be great to show it back to them. Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, I close the public participation. Can I have a meeting, can I have a motion to adjourn? Oh, yes, about the meeting? Yes. Yes, sir. The next scheduled regular board meeting will be held on Tuesday, May 21st at 6 p.m. That's the executive portion, 7 p.m. for the regular meeting. The board meeting will be held in the Roselle Park Middle School auditorium. So May 21st at the middle school. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.